NATO has some malicious intentions in the Balkans and tensions are slowly simmering in the region. And welcome to a fresh new episode of The New World Order with me, Atul Mishra. Let's begin.
US and European countries have poured billions of dollars in aid and weapons to the war as a bait to instigate Russia. After Sweden and Finland ditched NATO, it is that in the Armageddon. However, the puppet king, consumed by power and
In this delicate situation, a leader is emerging with a plan. Alexander Vučić, the president of Serbia, is bringing a plan that will change the politics of the Balkans forever. He has the perfect counterplay to derail Western ambitions. To understand the context, let's go back to the days of the Yugoslav wars, which were the darkest chapter in European history and left a lasting impact on the Balkans region. The war was marked by ethnic tensions, political instability, and violence that claimed the lives of thousands of people. NATO launched a military intervention in 1999 known as Operation Allied Force with the aim of stopping Serbia's aggression against Kosovo Albanians. NATO's intentions in the Yugoslav wars were primarily focused on preventing a humanitarian catastrophe and upholding international law. But alas, we all know what exactly NATO did in the Yugoslavia war. It destroyed the populace, ravaged cities, and most importantly, divided the region into small terrains. The Yugoslavia war shattered the country into small nations, leaving lasting scars. The conflict divided communities, families, and friendships, creating a legacy of division and strife. However, NATO's ambition to control the region remained a pipe dream as the Serbs never allowed Western influence to take hold. In an attempt to establish its hegemony, NATO turned to another tactic, the establishment of Kosovo. After years of bloodshed, Kosovo declared independence from Serbia in 2008, with NATO allies supporting its cause. Yet NATO's dream of dominance was once again thwarted as Serbia emerged victorious. At the present, NATO continues its quest to establish influence in the Balkans and the wider Caucasus region, despite Russia's strong presence, and this is the reason why the Ukraine war started after so many years of diplomatic talks. Similarly, tensions are slowly but surely simmering, with Kosovo and Serbia engaged in a war of words and NATO applying pressure on Serbian leader Alexander Vučić. However, Vučić remains aware of NATO's intention and is adept at creating a beautiful camouflage. We all know that just a few days ago, Serbian President Alexander Vučić declared that Serbia is ready to impose sanctions on Russia. The move had left geopolitical experts scratching their heads, but NATO allies jumping for joy. Russia's greatest Balkan ally was going against Russia, but now things are coming out clearly. It appears Serbia is playing cat and mouse with NATO. In fact, Serbia is taking hefty payments from Russia. According to a media report by IntelliNews, Serbia is seeing a massive rise in FDI. According to the country's central bank, Serbia has emerged as a preferred destination for foreign direct investment, or FDI, having attracted a remarkable 11.3 billion euros for the past 3 years. The country's success in drawing in FDI can be attributed to a number of factors, including its stable macroeconomic environment, robust banking sector, sustained economic growth, prudent fiscal management, and commitment to energy sector reforms. These qualities have helped to establish Serbia as a reliable and attractive location for investment. Notably, a significant portion of the investments totaling 6.2 billion euros have been funneled towards export-oriented sectors. This reflects the country's strategic efforts to expand its economy through international trade and promote its products and services on the global stage. It comes as no surprise that Serbia is rapidly becoming a hub for leading global investors, as evident by the recent meeting between Governor Jogovan Tabakovic and top investors at the International Monetary Fund. But there is a massive twist in the story. Most of this money is from Russian oligarchs and businesses. That's right, some analysts and data on new businesses suggests the Serbian investment boom has been fueled by Russians. There is an exponential rise in Russian-owned business ventures in Serbia. This was bound to happen, as we know Serbia and Russia share a common bond and an ideology that believes the West is responsible for the mishaps of the world. But where exactly is this money going? Let me tell you, it will go to defense manufacturing. In December 2021, the Serbian military leadership, also known as the Brass, announced its plan to increase defense investments from 2022 to 2027. In July 2022, Serbia reiterated its commitment to selling weapons and expanding the financing of the defense sector. President Vučić stated that they plan to allocate 500 million euros more than last year towards these efforts. Serbia has previously received military aid from Russia, including Mi-35M helicopters, MiG-29 fighters, and Pantasir S-1 air defense systems. In addition, Serbia is reportedly acquiring drones at a record pace. Serbia also aims to invest an additional 700 million euros or $746.62 million in 2023 to strengthen its military and defense industry. President Vučić has also expressed interest in purchasing Rafale multi-purpose fighter jets from France. All these expenditures are now becoming mandatory in Serbia as well. Serbia's military is currently dependent only on distinct Soviet-era flair, with MiG-29 fighters and Mi-35 helicopter gunships taking to the skies, and Russian missile systems and radars serving as the backbone of its air defenses. On the ground, Serbian forces rely on rusty T-72 tanks and armored personnel carriers of Soviet make. Additionally, the country has incorporated Chinese reconnaissance and combat drones as well as mid-range surface-to-air missiles into its military operations. In such a scenario, it is a necessity for the Serbian military to match the levels of other militaries that are standing on its borders. Serbia's rival Kosovo is receiving modern military equipment from NATO alliance countries. This has caused concerns over the increasing militarization of the region. Some argue that this military buildup could lead to an arms race and potentially destabilize the region. But for NATO, it doesn't matter, as it can go to any extent to win over the region. Serbian President Vučić is currently playing a double game. He is creating a ploy to trick the West. In the event of an attack by Kosovo, Serbia may shock the world by exposing its formidable cards. NATO's disregard for the ramifications of militarization in the region could prove costly, and it remains to be seen how this will unfold.